been struggling with recurrent implantation failure, let me start by saying I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. This is when you are undergoing IVF and you've had perhaps your embryos tested or not, but you've had more than one or two cycles where a really good embryo is transferred and it has failed to implant. We're going to talk today on all the reasons this happens and what to do about it. My name's Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista, and this is what we do here at Fertilista. We walk you through the IVF cycle and how to troubleshoot what you need to do for integrative medicine to support your IVF cycle. Studies show that 70% of the time when a IVF cycle doesn't work, it is due to genetic abnormalities. Let's stop right there. Most of us, a lot of us, are having our embryos genetically tested, right? So that's maybe null and void if you're having recurrent implantation failure. If you haven't had your embryos tested, I'm sure you've had the genetic testing done. And one of the things that I want you to think about, if they have not recommended genetic testing, this is not an advertisement for genetic testing, by the way. But if there's nothing in your history, if you're under 36, if you haven't had any miscarriages, and they don't want to do genetic testing, I want you to know that one of the things you need to look at is actually the semen analysis. So a lot of times when we undergo IVF, the semen analysis will come back and your reproductive endocrinologist will say, it's fine, everything's great. What's fine on a semen analysis is actually not fine in natural fertility, right? There's a reason you didn't get pregnant naturally. So let's say your partner has a morphology of 4% or 5% naturally, that's not going to do it. That's going to be very difficult to get pregnant. For IVF, it's fine because they're going to separate the better quality sperm from the ones that aren't genetically complete in the lab. 4% is normal in the IVF world. It's not in the natural world. So one of the things, if you're going to go through another retrieval for an IVF cycle, is you definitely want to get your partner as healthy as possible and have him take the supplementation that's recommended either by your natural healthcare practitioner or by your IVF clinic. Okay. Let's say you've had your embryos tested. So you're the other 30%. Your embryos look great. What's happening? You might have something like subclinical inflammation. So maybe it's not showing up on an endometrial biopsy, but it's just there under the surface. You're going to want to start to take out any inflammation foods in your diet. You're going to want to take out dairy. You're going to want to take out gluten. You're going to want to take out sugar. That by itself can actually make a huge impact. Let's say you've already been doing that. You're going to want to also talk to your doctor about the immune protocol. Most IVF clinics do something called an immune protocol. They might put you on a combination of antibiotics with a steroid, with a GERD medication, and some even throw in a blood thinner like a heparin or a baby aspirin. So talk to your IVF doctor about doing the immune protocol. If you're working with a natural healthcare practitioner, talk to them about incorporating turmeric or echinacea into the protocol prior to your transfer. Also, do your work at home. Stop any foods that are inflammatory. Stop alcohol. Stop pizza. Stop French fries. Stop fried food. Stop gluten. It really will make a difference. We use these protocols all the time with our clients who've had recurrent implantation failure. Stick to it. Stick to the advice. Stick to the guidelines as outlaid by your reproductive endocrinologist or your natural health care practitioner, and you will get there. It's going to make a very big difference. My name is Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista. I'd love for you to take a peek at our Optimize Your IVF Cycle. so that you can have some support during your next IVF cycle.